The troll I mentioned on Beltane wrote me a letter, and I should be talking about other things here, but here it is. 15 minutes on me, calling me names and such. I got like Humpty Dumpty on a wall, his pompous egg, and Alice through the looking glass. 15 minutes on me. The video was 15 minutes, but it wasn't all on him. Calling me names and such. Well, I called him a troll and went to great lengths, conscientious lengths, to demonstrate how he behaved like a troll. I mean, in every particular. This guy is a troll's troll. There's no question of it. If something looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Okay, and this guy's a troll. There's no question of it. And on Beltane, no less. Neil, how many days did it take you to formulate that response? Looks like you thought about it quite some time. So the question is why? Why is this bothering you so much? It was bothering me because it's an issue for someone to take up the position of the great Oz and test someone's spiritual cool and say they failed. You get a bad grade on that. There are groups where someone picks on somebody, and it's supposed to be for their own good. I mean, what is the person supposed to do? Be pretending they don't have a reaction to something when they do? I've always been very real with you guys, and you know where I'm at and who I am. And anyone who's gotten into any personal energy with me knows that I will react. Okay. They also know that I will follow that up with attempts at communication, and I'm even willing to communicate with this fool. Okay. Up to a point. So why did I do it? It's a very important issue, what he pulled on me. It gets pulled all the time in Gurdjieffian circles. It does need to be talked about quite a bit. Is your ego that fragile? Now look who's talking about fragile ego. I mean, this guy did what he did because I removed a comment of his under another name. I don't know who he was or what his name is. I can only guess. And it's been with him ever since. So, I mean, don't go calling me fragile when your behavior gives you away. I mean, you went to elaborate lengths to get under my skin, to announce that he was getting under my skin. I brought up some interesting nuggets, but you didn't like the wrapper, so you threw it away. Never eat a spicy pepper pod. Spicy pepper pod remarks from the arousing of thought in Beelzebub's tales to his grandson. I'm not going to get into that here, but it shows how pretentious he is. His interesting nuggets, as he calls them, are on Beelzebub 5 and 6. I didn't remove them. I removed some remarks of his because it just got too much, but it was cluttering up the page. But his interesting nuggets were all in the context of my trying to get him to talk about what he meant by swing and miss on Beelzebub 5. Tell me what you mean by that. And that's what he means by I can't put up with criticism. I kept saying, this is not criticism. This is just, a dig. What do you mean by it? I've said something, you say something. I've made a case, you make a case. His attempts to make a case were posturing. He misspelled the name Harrington, the Archangel Harrington. Even after I'd made, the video. In the video, I'd said Harrington is the anglicized form of Harrington, and he turns around and misspells it. At one point, he accused me of removing remarks when at that point I hadn't removed any remarks. And later he admitted he'd goofed up the hitting the wrong key or something. But I admit to fault. So why can't you admit to fault? You removed me that one time. Don't you know that? You removed me. This is going to follow him around for the rest of his life. I think you let us all down on this one. Most of all yourself. For anyone else interested in why would I do such a thing? Feel free to email /comment/ask me, or even better, make a 15-minute rant against me.